You check your phone before your eyes are fully open. The blue light floods your retinas, and before your feet have even touched the floor, you are already behind. You have missed emails. You have missed news. You have missed the lives of strangers on the internet. The anxiety kicks in immediately, a low-grade hum in the back of your skull that says, "Hurry." You pour the coffee down your throat, not to taste it, but to medicate yourself. You drive to work, but you don't remember the road. You are too busy rehearsing arguments in your head or listening to a podcast at 2x speed because you need to optimize your commute. You sit in meetings, physically present but mentally projected 3 hours into the future. You are constantly leaning forward, perpetually tilted into the next moment, treating the present like a waiting room that you just need to get through. You tell yourself, "I just need to survive this week. I just need to finish this sprint. I just need to get to the weekend." But the weeks turn into months. The sprints turn into marathons, and the finish line keeps moving. You think you are running towards your life, chasing success, chasing stability. But if you stop for a second and look at the blur of the world passing you by, you will realize the terrifying truth. You are not running toward your life. You are running away from it. We live in an era that worships velocity. We have been brainwashed by a culture that treats exhaustion as a status symbol and sleep deprivation as a badge of honor. We compete to see who is busier, who is more stressed, who has less free time, as if destroying our own nervous systems is a sign of importance. We are terrified of slowness because we have equated slowness with failure, with laziness, with being left behind. And in this desperate, frantic sprint, we have lost the ability to simply be. We have become ghosts in our own machinery, efficient, productive, and completely hollow. We are scrolling through life, skimming the surface of our own existence like it is just another piece of content to be consumed and discarded. There is a profound, almost violent truth found in Stoic philosophy that diagnoses this modern sickness perfectly. Hurry is a form of violence against the soul. Let that sink in. It is not just a bad habit. It is not just poor time management. It is violence. When you rush, when you fracture your attention into a dozen different directions, you are committing an assault against your own nature. You are tearing your consciousness away from the only reality that exists, the here and now, and forcing it into a future that is nothing but a fantasy. You are living in a state of chronic dissociation, vibrating with an anxiety that you have come to accept as your baseline personality. But it is not your personality. It is a trauma response to a world that demands you move faster than your soul was designed to travel. Seneca, the Roman statesman who lived a life of immense pressure, wealth, and political danger, saw this clearly 2,000 years ago. He wrote a treatise called On the Shortness of Life, which reads like it was written this morning for a generation addicted to TikTok and productivity hacks. He observed the busy men of Rome, the hustlers of his day, running around in a frenzy, and he delivered a devastating critique. It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. And the greatest way we waste it is through haste. Seneca argued that the man who is always rushing is not actually living. He is merely existing. He compared such a man to a traveler who is so obsessed with the destination that he sleeps through the journey. He arrives at the end, death having never truly opened his eyes. Think about how we treat time. We act like immortals when it comes to our desires, but like mortals when it comes to our fears. We say, "I'm killing time," not realizing that time is slowly killing us. We scroll for hours, numbing ourselves, giving away our most precious resource, our attention to algorithms designed to steal it. But if someone asked for your money, you would be stingy. You guard your bank account with passwords and two-factor authentication. Yet you leave the doors of your mind wide open. You let the demands of the world, the pings of notifications, the urgency of other people's problems walk right in and loot your peace. You have become a slave to the clock, a servant to the urgent, neglecting the important. Why do we do this? Why do we run? If we are honest, we run because we are terrified of what we might feel if we stopped. Speed is the ultimate numbing agent. As long as you are moving fast, you don't have to look at the emptiness in your relationship. You don't have to feel the lack of purpose in your career. You don't have to confront the quiet, gnawing voice in your heart that asks, "Is this it? Is this all there is?" Silence and stillness are the natural enemies of the ego. So the ego keeps you busy. It fills your calendar. It gives you a to-do list a mile long to protect you from the truth. We call it being productive, but often it is just being distracted. We are running from the solitude where we might actually meet ourselves. But the Stoics offer a cure. It is not about becoming a monk or moving to a cabin in the woods. It is not about laziness. It is about a concept called festina lente. Make haste slowly. It is the art of deliberate action. It is the understanding that one thing done with total, absolute presence is worth 100 things done in a blur. It is the difference between a sniper and a machine gunner. The sniper moves slowly, breathes slowly, and hits the target once. The machine gunner sprays noise and chaos everywhere and hits nothing. You are currently spraying your energy at everything and hitting nothing of value. Marcus Aurelius, the emperor who ruled the known world, who had every reason to be the busiest, most distracted man on earth, constantly reminded himself to return to the present. He wrote in his private journals, "Forget everything else. Keep hold of this alone and remember it. Each of us lives only now, this brief instant. The rest has been lived already, or is impossible to see." Think about the tragedy of missing the now. When you rush through dinner to get to the TV, you miss the nourishment. When you rush through a conversation with your partner to check your phone, you miss the connection. You are trading diamonds for dust. You are trading the only thing you truly possess this exact second. This breath for a future that is not guaranteed to anyone. You are suffering from destination addiction. The belief that happiness is always in the next place, the next job, the next partner, the next level. But happiness is not a destination. It is a manner of traveling. You must understand that your life is not a to-do list. It is an experience to be inhabited. When you look back from your deathbed, you will not remember how quickly you responded to emails. You will not remember how efficiently you cleared your notifications. You will remember the moments where time stood still. You will remember the sunsets you actually watched, the conversations where you actually listened, the mornings where you lingered in bed. Speed shrinks time. It compresses your life into a tiny, hard pellet of stress. Presence expands time. It opens it up. If you want a longer life, you don't necessarily need more years. You need more depth. You need to slow down enough to actually feel the texture of your existence. So, how do we stop the violence of hurry? How do we deprogram ourselves from the cult of speed? We start by declaring a ceasefire. You must consciously, rebelliously decide to slow down. Start with the small things. When you walk, walk. Do not run. Feel the pavement under your shoes. Look at the architecture of the buildings you pass. When you drink water, drink water. Don't scroll. Taste the liquid. Feel it cool your throat. When someone speaks to you, look them in the eye. Do not think about your response. Do not think about your exit strategy. Listen. Give them the gift of your full attention, which is the rarest gift in the modern world. This will feel uncomfortable at first. It will feel wrong. Your brain, addicted to the dopamine of haste, will scream at you. It will tell you that you are falling behind. It will tell you that you are wasting time. It will make you reach for your pocket to check for phantom vibrations. Treat those thoughts like the withdrawal symptoms of an addict. They are not truth. They are just the rewiring of a system that has been running hot for too long. You are detoxing from the drug of busyness. You must practice the Stoic stop. Several times a day, just stop. Physically stop moving. Stop thinking. Stop planning. Just exist for 30 seconds. Look at the sky. Look at your hands. Remind yourself, I am here. I am alive. There is nowhere else I need to be right now. The world will not end if I take a breath. This breaks the momentum of the panic. It returns you to the driver's seat of your own consciousness. It reminds you that you are the pilot, not the plane. Imagine you are on a high-speed train. The train is moving at maximum velocity. The scenery outside is just a blur of gray and green streaks. You are shaking from the vibration. Everyone on the train is screaming to go faster, checking their watches, anxious about the arrival time. The Stoic is the one who stands up, walks to the window, and realizes that he doesn't have to be on the train. He pulls the emergency brake. He steps off. He walks into the field. He feels the grass. He breathes the air. He realizes that the destination was never the point. The field was the point. The walk was the point. The sun on his face was the point. You are living too fast, and because of that, you are losing yourself. You are shedding pieces of your soul on the highway of productivity. Go back and pick them up. Reclaim your rhythm. Your heart beats at a steady, slow pace. Your breath moves in a slow rhythm. The seasons change slowly. Nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. Why should you be any different? You are not a machine. You are a biological miracle. Treat yourself like one. You do not need to do more. You need to be more. You need to occupy the space you are in. Don't reach the end of your life only to realize you ran past it. Slow down. The violence stops when you decide it stops. The soul returns when the hurry ends. If this message helped you find a moment of peace in the chaos, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to our channel. It helps us slow down the algorithm and reach more people who need to hear this. Thank you for watching. See you next time.